here we go, heading our trip to Kentucky to visit Mammoth Cave and several of the caves nearby. So we left Indiana and we decided not to go through Louisville. We wanted to go through Madison, Indiana, nice little town in Indiana, and cross the Ohio at that point. And Vicky was doing all the driving, so it was grand fun for me because, as it turns out, boy, those roads are pretty skinny. Were
Yes,
they skinny?
They were very skinny.
And she drove us into Kentucky, and she drove us to the campground, and it was beautiful, wasn't it?
Very pretty.
Yeah, it was very pretty. The ride all the way was pretty nice. So here we are arriving at the Mammoth Cave campground, and I guess I parked us in the parking
you
spot.
always park us.
But I will say that Mammoth Cave campground is beautiful.
It's very nice. The spots are nice and far apart from each other.
Yeah, and almost all of them are pulled-through spots. Big
a lot of
pull-through.
trees.
Yep. We ended up in site 85?
C85.
C85. And C85 is probably one of 2 or 3 that has just enough of an opening that I was able to get Starlink to work. Just barely, but Starlink worked. So of course, what we always do is our first thing to do is visit the camp store and look around and see what's around, and make sure that it has all the facilities that we need. So, yep, they had the water for us and the dump station, but
we didn't use either one.
We didn't use either one, did we?
No.
But we do have to remember that this campground is completely boondocking. Well, yeah, it's boondocking.
Yes, it was boondocking.
Because there's no
for
electric,
us.
sewer, and water.
Right.
But we were prepared. We knew.
We walked over to the lodge.
Yes, and walking over to the lodge was really nice. Oh, and Vicky found what everybody needs at every lodge. She found Starbucks. Yes, she's happy.
You had one too.
Yes, I did. I gotta say, Starbucks had a nice seating area.
Yeah, it looked over. It had nice windows so you could look out.
Yeah, that looked beautiful. Gotta say, everywhere we went in the park was beautiful.
Yeah, and they had several, 3 or 4 gift shops. Even Starbucks has a gift shop in it.
Yeah, there were gift shops every turn you make. So, if you want to get Mammoth Cave souvenirs, any place in the visitor center or the lodge.
Yeah, lodge. I don't know about the visitor center.
And then when we did what we always do, we found a place to eat. All right?
Have to eat.
Yeah, you're true. And
we had not had lunch, so this was lunch supper.
And we went to the Green River, and boy, it impressed us.
It was very good.
Yeah.
I got a hamburger and you got, I don't know what it was, but yours was very good too.
Mine was Kentucky Brown. And the sauce on that, Vicky tried the sauce. Was it any good?
I loved it. I got it the next time.
Yeah. We went back the next day so that Vicky could get Kentucky Brown.
But I did not get everything that you had on it.
No.
Kind of just had turkey.
That's true. And then they had the Lantern, what was this thing called? The Lantern Inn?
Cafe, I think.
Lantern Cafe.
Not sure.
You ordered a pizza from there, didn't you?
Yeah, I think got a small personal size pizza to bring
Sounds
home.
like all we did was eat. But we walked a lot.
Oh yeah.
And we toured a lot. So we spent...
This is outside the visitor... No.
Outside
the lodge.
Starbucks.
Outside the lodge.
And as we walked down this trail, we did see that they are starting new projects.
New construction.
New construction, yeah. These trails, I love these trails with the wooden handrails.
Yes, they have a lot of those
And
through the
boardwalk, yeah.
Yeah, a lot of boardwalks.
It's hard to see down there, but that's a sidewalk. Vicky's pointing at it. That's a sidewalk that goes to the
Cave entrance.
the cave entrance that we toured. What was that called? That was called.
Onyx.
No, that one was.
Oh,
That one was the first one.
Gothic.
Gothic Alley.
We're coming up to the new construction here. The cabins, family cabins, look like they are going to be beautiful, and you'll be able to have extended family with you.
Yeah, so it's going to be pretty cool. Didn't really hurt our experience. We able to walk past it.
Here we're walking between the lodge going over to the visitor center. Nice walkway.
Yes. We something that I want to remember, want to get out there before we forget. When we did our first cave tour, which was the
Gothic.
the Gothic Alley tour, we went over. You have to check in at the visitor center, and we checked in, and the lady behind the desk, the ranger behind the desk, said, "Well, you two look like you might be senior citizens. So did you bring your senior citizen pass? If you did, then you get a discount. You get 50% off on one of the people that are going on the tour." No, I should rephrase that. The person that's holding the visitor pass,
The national pass.
the national visitor pass for seniors, gets 50% off. So I had to run back to the campground to get our to get Vicky's pass and her ID so that she could get 50% off. Boy, that kind of paid for one of the cave tours.
Yeah, because she went ahead and took care of 2 of our tours.
Yeah, because 2 of our tours were through the Mammoth Cave system, and it was a big benefit to have that discount.
Yeah, it's just gorgeous around there.
So the visitor center, you can tell, it was built in preparation for really big crowds. You can tell that they have an efficient show, I'll show you in a second here, of telling everybody the cave tours, and of course they have the gift shops everywhere. And that area right there, that is a cool area that goes back and will let you spend quite a bit of time looking at different parts of the cave systems and how the caves get formed and how the Green River is the catalyst for almost all of the caves down here. Look at how big this place is. And it looks like an airline control center here, telling everybody when their tours start and to be ready.
And which ones are sold out.
And which ones are sold out and all that stuff. And Vicki and I took advantage of the beautiful weather to walk around all of the paths and all of the trails that were available inside the park. But really, no, they were inside the park, not all between the lodge and the...
No.
We had to drive to a few of them, but they got this really cool amphitheater. They don't have any shows now, being the early November, but you can tell that they're ready for big crowds.
And off to the right there was cabins you can rent.
Such a beautiful place. We got to walk out on the stage and behind the stage and look out at the beauty. And here we go. We're walking to the campground. That's pretty nice trail. Make it nice and entertaining with the bridges and all that. I really enjoyed it. We walked to that trail several times, didn't we?
Oh, yeah.
Well, myself, I kind of semi-ran it when I was getting the IDs for for our discount. But it's a place that we really enjoyed. So when we got there to the campsite, to the campground, they said what A and B were both closed. Loops A and B were both closed. So here we are. This is the explanation of the Mammoth Cave Railroad. That was a 9-mile railroad that ran between Park City and Mammoth Cave Lodge. And people would get on that and be able to go to and from the lodge back in the old days. And this is something I found interesting, was that as we're walking around in the campground, we're being told that beneath our feet are caves, that some of them we went in, but beneath your feet are certain aspects of the caves,
Yeah.
and you would never know it. Boy, our little dog Dixie sure enjoyed walking with us. She walked all over the campground with us, didn't she?
Yes.
Pretty much. She likes to lead us and tell us where she wants to go.
She likes pulling.
Yeah. She says, okay, I'm scoping out ahead. Where can we go next? And this is actually the loop that we were in. It's very nice. We enjoyed seeing all the different people and all their different setups. It wasn't very full. Even though the sign at the front said campground full, we counted several spots that were available.
But by the time we went to bed, they were full.
Oh, okay.
There was a lot of tents because they had the tent area
Oh,
closed.
that's true. Lover's Leap. We saw that down in
Gothic
Avenue tour. We'll tell you about that later on. And this is kind of funny. The Green River Ferry is closed because the Green River is too low, that it can't support. So we went there, and they have a nice big parking lot, and they have a beautiful trail. It's not, once again, it's not very long, but it is beautiful. And I just loved this view. It looked like it was snowing beautiful yellow leaves. They were falling so fast.
Better than snow.
Better than snow. And then we had to drive to the Sand Cave Trail. It's not very long, but it sure was pretty. And
I love all the boardwalks.
Yes, I know. So many of the trails are boardwalks. And we really enjoyed it. As far as Mammoth Cave National Park, I give it a big thumbs up. How about you?
Oh, yeah.
Definitely. Thank you for watching.